What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Intoxicated Sports Report. I'm Emerson Hip. With me, as always, Gates Emoji. How's that, Coors?
This Coors Banquet, it tastes good.
Nice.
Underrated beer. I'm not sure if people agree with me on that, but I think it's an underrated beer.
I think there's a love-hate on that one. I'm not a big fan of it,
No.
but I know a lot of people that like it. They love it.
I like it. I like it better than Coors Light.
I'm not a Coors Light guy either.
I'll drink it. I mean, I'll pretty much drink anything. But I like the old Yellow Bellies. Not bad. Coors Banquet. Can you say Yellow Belly? Is that bad? No, that's good.
I
Right?
don't think.
Cool. Well, sorry. Sorry if anyone's offended. I'm sorry. I don't mean it that way. But what about you? What do you got drinking?
Just a
do you
Modelo.
got?
I'm on the other side of the border.
Modelo with.
Some about Mexican lagers. They're nice.
It's better in the can, but
This is gonna be an every episode topic.
We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, I do have a lime in my Modelo. If you're
There you
asking.
go. There you go. How was your weekend? How was Easter? Did you work?
I did work. It was fine. Went and saw the parents for a little lunch and watched the Giants sweep the Guardians.
The gardens.
The Gardens. I almost said Indians, but can't say that anymore.
Yeah, I gotta say, I've heard people call them the Indians still, but I've never heard anyone call them the
The
Gardens.
Gardens.
So that's a first.
I just I missed the A. The Guardians. Yes.
Yeah. I don't think it's a bad name.
It's not terrible. It'll grow on me.
We're gonna get used to it.
Yeah.
Whether we like it or not,
Yeah.
all the other bullshit, if you want to cry about it, cry about it.
Have you seen
It doesn't bother me.
Right. Have you seen they got some new fonts on the uniforms. It's a little bit different than what they used to have.
I noticed the C that they have now is a little
Yeah.
different.
I kind of like it.
Cool.
It doesn't bother
I
me.
have no problem with it at all.
I don't like the Guardians thing they have for the home uniforms. I don't love, but when it says Cleveland on the roadies, looks good.
That was a big series win, or
It
a big
was.
sweep of the series.
It was nice. Unfortunately, the Giants had a tough day today. Got swept in a doubleheader by the Mets, but
That's a tough one.
it's early in the year, so we can afford a couple losses, especially after a 7-2 start.
There's still 150 games to go, right?
151 games left.
Boom. And that's why you have the Fourth Out podcast.
Yes.
Because you know those kind of numbers. Which I listened to today.
How
was
was
good.
it? Yeah.
Nice, short,
Short
that's
and
the
sweet.
point.
Yep.
Like I said, it's all business.
Yep.
I like it. Like it that way.
Talked a little Giants. Little.
Talk to the Dodgers too. You
I
feeling
did.
okay?
It's funny. I've actually talked quite a bit about the Dodgers, but
It's hard not to.
they're our counterparts. They're our rivals. It's hard not to have them in your conversation.
You can't have the Giants without the Dodgers, and you can't have the Dodgers without the Giants.
It's two peas in a pod.
Yes.
I think I could make a case that right now, like if the rivalry started yesterday, Giants Dodgers is a better rivalry than the
Red
Yankees
Sox.
and Red Sox. Just throwing it out there.
It's more prominent.
Yeah.
I would say.
Well, like the teams are better as a whole.
Yeah.
I mean, the Red Sox and Yankees were both good last year. Both made the playoffs, but
I like that.
yeah.
I can get on board with that. I like that.
Just saying.
But besides baseball, we also have a bunch of NBA talk,
Mm-hmm.
and then some
Playoffs are underway.
miscellaneous topics.
Yeah.
We're not going to dig
Gonna
too
bounce around a
deep.
little bit.
Bounce around a little bit. It's going to be one of those episodes,
Yeah.
so stay tuned. You're going to like it.
Shall we get into it?
Yes. So starting off with the NBA playoffs, there's something I wanted to mention to you especially because your boy Jordan Poole
Mm-hmm.
has had 2 huge games in the playoffs.
Balling.
He almost
Oh
dropped
my
30.
goodness.
He's point away from dropping 30 again,
Yeah.
which you
I kind
called
of. Yeah.
almost in our group chat. So kudos to you. And so the Most Improved Player of the Year award, the finalists came out for it. And the list was John Morant from the Memphis Grizzlies, Darius Garland from the Cleveland Cavaliers, and DeJounte Murray from the San Antonio Spurs.
Mhm.
A lot of people were surprised that Jordan Poole is not even a finalist for this,
Right.
given the fact that he's played really well all season for the Warriors, especially with people like Curry and Thompson being out.
Right. I think all these names I look at them and I feel like they're legitimate candidates for the award. The only one that gets me is that John Morant is there because, of course, he has improved his game quite a bit.
He's almost an MVP top.
But that's the thing is like he was already an established player. He was a top draft pick. So I feel like he shouldn't be considered so much for this award because of that. But
And based off that, he has to. If that's the case, and what we're saying, he has to win this award then, right?
he has to. Like, why would he be there if yeah? If he's
And I
not
can,
gonna win.
you know, I'm not going to say I've watched a ton of Darius Garland or DeJounte Murray's game this year because I just haven't.
Darius Garland actually put up numbers last year too, like not that different than what he did this year. So that's another interesting
And
one.
DeJounte Murray, a couple triple doubles this year.
He's a good player. He's a
good
really
player.
nice player. But Jordan Poole was, you know, he kind of came on, I guess, at the end of the year last year, but for the most part was not even close to an established player in this league.
No.
And he's, you know, the third option on the Warriors basically now.
So are you a little salty that he's not on this list?
I don't get that, you know, worked up about these awards necessarily, but I do feel like he should be on that.
It still looks good though for the team, and I think as a fan you could say, well, you know, he's a finalist.
Right.
At least that's what I would do for.
Yeah. No, I think he should. He deserves the consideration for it, but yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
He's gonna make his noise in the playoffs hopefully
Yeah, exactly.
as the series goes on.
Also, one thing I want to mention too is Marcus Smart won the Defensive Player of the Year award,
Mm-hmm.
and he becomes the first guard to win it since Gary Payton did in '95.
I didn't know that.
So shout out to Marcus Smart. What's funny
Because
about
Kobe never won Defensive Player of the Year. He just got like probably some first team all
he was, I
defense,
think he was like, wasn't he 9-time defensive team? Maybe not first team.
but like on first or second.
I
Yeah.
think the last three guards to win it are Marcus Smart, Gary Payton '95, and I think Michael Jordan won
I
it,
would think so. Yeah.
which that's pretty good company to be in.
Right. Fuck yeah.
And Marcus Smart is a great defensive player. And he's one of those guys you want. He kind of reminds me of Draymond Green.
Yep.
He's one of those scrappy guys that you hate playing against, but you really would love to have on your team.
Yeah. He doesn't have like that sexy game or anything, but
No.
he's very valuable.
Yeah, nothing about his game or even his number 36. It ain't sexy, you know.
Yeah.
It ain't. Funny thing about Marcus Smart is, you know, he came out of Oklahoma State.
Right.
And, you know, coming out of Oklahoma State, I didn't think he would be that good of a player or be on this. You know, when he got drafted to the Celtics, I'm like, that's cool, but he
Yeah.
probably won't be there for very long.
Yeah.
I think he's the longest tenured Celtic right now.
Oh, right now, interesting. Yeah, because yeah, he is definitely older than like the Tatum and Brown guys. And
So at Oklahoma State, he rocked number 33, if I'm not mistaken.
I was gonna say I knew he had a 30s
And
number.
on the back of his arms, he has number 33 and 3.
Oh, really?
And, you know,
Larry Bird.
Larry Bird.
Yeah.
You know,
He had that.
and I want to say it was, I think in that draft, it was the Lakers and the Celtics had those picks, or it might have been vice versa. So Marcus Smart was looking like he was either going to go to the Celtics,
Or
Lakers.
yeah.
And in that situation, you're not wearing 33 for either team.
Right.
You
yeah.
can't.
No.
So I wonder if he feels, you know, kind of dumb for having that. But or maybe he changed the 3 on the back of his right one to
2 to 6.
because if you look at his back, it's 3-3.
Uh-huh.
So like the right one would have to be the 6.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's cool. Shout out to him. The Celtics are playing great right now.
Yeah, that was a huge win.
They had a huge win, and we will get into that.
First, let's we'll start in the East. So the Hawks or Heat extended their series lead to 2-0 today with a win over the Hawks. They kind of blew them out in the first game, and then
I want to say Trae Young had 7 or 8 points in the first game.
really rough game.
I looked at the stat sheet thinking he'd gotten hurt because he doesn't.
Score less than 10 points ever.
Especially, I mean, yeah,
Less than 20 is also rare.
not a good look, and it might be a little of an ego check for him because it's playoff time.
Right.
This is a little different. You know, this ain't no play-in shit. This ain't no regular season shit. This is the real deal.
I think overall the Hawks were kind of a disappointment this year after going to the conference finals last year.
I forgot they went to the conference finals. That's a good point.
It seemed a little fluky. I mean, you saw obviously they got a little help from Philadelphia falling apart in that second round, but
And Trae Young did bounce back because when I checked at halftime in this game, he did have, I think, at least 18 points.
is that right?
So he didn't have under 10,
Yeah.
which if you had back-to-back games with under 10 points and you're a player like Trae Young,
Right. That's unacceptable,
not a
especially in
good
the
look.
playoffs.
Not a good look.
Yeah, he ended up with 25 today, 10 out of 20 from the field.
This is looking like either a sweep or a gentleman's sweep.
Yeah.
I don't see this series.
I think
going
we
6.
both didn't have this one going
Nah,
too long. I don't
I think we
remember.
both have the Heat going 4 or 5.
Yeah. So yes, like we said, the Celtics and Nets played a really epic game one. Celtics won it at the buzzer on that Jason Tatum layup.
I'm really happy I got to watch pretty much the full second half of this game.
Yeah, I watched a good chunk of it, probably most of the fourth quarter.
And if I could get 6 more of these games,
Right.
I am really happy.
Right.
And I think it's going to go 7.
This on paper is probably the best matchup. I think Warriors Nuggets coming in was a good one, but Celtics Nets, that's pretty damn even, especially. Oh, we're getting some audio from ESPN. Gonna have to exit out of that. But yeah, I mean, great matchup on paper, and it was a great first game.
Yeah. And I texted you after the game, because after I saw the buzzer beater, I'm like, damn. I thought it was a bad loss for the Nets. And you're not as worried as I am. And I just think when you're that close to stealing home court, or taking away the home court,
Right.
you have to take it however way you can.
Right.
And so then you could debate, well, they could win the next game, but they also couldn't win the next game as well.
Right.
So they could easily go down 0-2.
It puts a little more pressure on this next game, but at the same time, they still could go back home down 2-0, win those 2 games, and then you've got a 3-game series.
And the Nets, or Kevin Durant in particular, did not have a good game.
Yeah, he was.
And how are you going to count Kevin Durant to not have or you're going to count Kevin Durant to have 2 bad games?
That's why also I'm not worried, although the Celtics were playing some really tough defense on them, so we'll see how that trend goes. But
I just think it's a gut-wrenching loss in a way.
it was a tough one for them, for sure.
Because there was points, I think they were down 15 at one point late in the third quarter.
Yeah, they came back and were leading by.
Kyrie Irving, I mean, he might be one of the best players on the planet right now.
Yeah, he's
At this moment.
on fire.
Really good. When it comes to the fans yelling at him and he's flipping people off,
He's-
which he also got fined $50,000
Yeah.
for that. It surprises me he does this, and I don't really care that he does this, but he seems like one of these guys who's so mentally out there and different that he wouldn't let the outside noise get to him.
Right.
And we get that Kyrie was, he played for the Celtics, didn't end pretty, it was all
Yeah.
sticky. But he should know what Boston fans, and Celtics fans in particular, are like to
Right.
anybody, really. And, and him doing that, to me, is a bad idea. You don't want to retaliate because the next game, you think they're just going to...
Yeah, it's gonna get even
You think they're going to be just okay with that? You think
Right.
they're going to just be like, oh, okay, we're going to...
I mean, yeah, I would say that maybe to some degree, like the fans would respect him for not being just a pushover, but at the same time, it's like come on, get over it, dude. They're fans. They're gonna be terrible.
Yeah. I mean, I hope this game
Yeah.
goes to another... I hope it's another buzzer beater. Maybe on the other side, just so it's a longer series.
Right. Yeah, I want to go see this go 7 for sure. But yeah, great first game. Should be a fun series.
Jason Tatum kind of has a little bit of a Kevin Durant game to him.
A little bit. Yeah, he's got a nice game for sure. I like Jason.
Am I off on that? No. He's just
No, I don't think
he's
you're
not
far
nearly as tall as Kevin Durant.
Yeah, he's got some similar qualities.
He's thin.
Yeah.
Got a nice jump shot.
Mm-hmm. I actually think he's a little bit stronger on average than KD.
Mhm.
Got a slightly lower center of gravity though.
I believe you picked. Did you pick the Nets in 6? I picked them in 7.
Yeah, I think I picked him in 6.
And either way, I think we're both feeling pretty good about that.
I don't really. That first game was coin flip. So
I'm feeling good about the series going to 7.
yeah, I don't disagree with that. Next up, I didn't see any of this game by the way. Bucks beat the Bulls in game
I actually
1.
did catch the fourth quarter.
It was
so.
a closer game than I guess you would have expected.
It was closer than I expected for
Yeah.
sure.
Although the Bucks were up bigger and then it got close late, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I wanted the Bulls to win this game because I wanted to do a Bull prediction. I wanted to say that the Bulls would win this game, or after they won this game, that the Bucks would win the next 4.
I was kind of thinking that you might say upset, but
No, I wasn't going to go that far.
yeah, I think the Bulls.
And I don't even know if that's that bold of a prediction, but just to lose the first one and then go 4 straight,
Yeah.
you might not have given me that one.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if the Grizzlies do that to the Timberwolves, but we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
Also, last series in the East, the Sixers have blown out the Raptors twice. They're up 2-0 in that series.
This one's looking like it's going to go probably 4 or 5.
Yeah, I'm not as worried about the Sixers as I was last week.
Yeah.
They look pretty good. They still have to go to Toronto, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, they're off to a great start there. Over in the West, the Suns and Pelicans are playing Game 2 right now. Suns beat the Pelicans pretty handily in Game 1. Right now, the Pelicans actually lead 30-28 after the first quarter.
Not too worried.
Nothing
Not worried.
crazy, but
Not worried about that.
that should be another short series, I would think.
Yes. The Timberwolves actually, not stunned, but they
A little
upset
bit.
the Grizzlies in Game 1.
Yeah. Did you watching that game?
Mm-mm.
That was a really good game. It was hilarious. I've never seen so many bodies on the floor in one game than in that game.
That's the Pat Bev effect, though.
It wasn't even him. It was like Towns and like Adams were like falling all over the place, and who's the other big guy for Memphis? I'm forgetting his name, but yeah, those guys were falling all over the place.
I hope this goes 7.
This got a chance too. I
hope the Grizzlies don't win 4 straight.
Right. I think the Wolves are pretty solid. They're getting their asses kicked right now.
Kind of scrappy.
Yeah. They're down 96-77 after 3 quarters.
Anthony Edwards is good.
He is a good player.
He's
He had a
pretty good.
huge game.
He's pretty good.
Game 1.
I noticed his shooting percentages aren't great.
No, he's kind of a He'll probably learn to become more efficient, but he's more of a just chuck it kind of guy.
Yeah.
Just
He has like a little J.R. Smith in him.
a little bit.
You know.
That's a good call.
If I keep shooting, it's gonna go down eventually.
And he's
right?
got some. He throws down some emphatic dunks.
Yeah, he's good.
Mm-hmm. He's fun to watch for sure.
He's funny too. Have you heard him like his post game interviews?
Oh, he's a character.
he's good.
Did you hear him like before his career started? He was like, "Oh yeah, I don't even like basketball. I wanted to be a football player." he's just better at it.
I don't even like this sport.
Yeah.
I'm just better at
Yeah,
it.
but I'm the number one overall draft pick, whatever the hell he was.
I couldn't imagine being that blessed and athletic.
I know.
Your Warriors,
Looking good, boy.
man.
Looking good.
Emerson in true Emerson fashion threw a little party / get together for the Warriors Game 2 first round playoff game.
Let's go. I mean, it's a Jordan Poole party right now, son.
You didn't come up with that.
I didn't.
That's pretty funny though. A Jordan Poole party.
Yeah, I mean, Jordan's been looking great. Steph came back from injury for this series and has been solid so far. And they're shooting the ball like crazy right now, clicking on all cylinders.
Chase Center's batting 1,000 right now for
Batting
playoff
1,000, baby. 2-0.
Batting 1,000 for playoff games.
But yeah, I mean, it's also crazy too because I feel like in these runs of the Warriors being good, they've been known to be good like on the fast break, like they're one of the faster paced teams. But these couple games, their half court offense has been unstoppable. It's like the ball movement has been insanely good, sharing the basketball beautifully, and it's been fun to watch.
Nikola Jokic was getting pissed last night.
Dude, I swear. I mean, I tweeted it yesterday. I swear he's gonna throw a punch by the time the series is over. he's gonna pop. He's
letting Draymond get under his skin, and
Yeah.
I don't blame him. But bro,
yeah.
just let it go.
He's got.
Just try.
He needs to take
Just
a deep
try.
breath.
Just take
I
a
mean,
deep
he got
breath.
ejected for 2 texts last night, which is not that shocking. But
He's got to think to himself. Reigning MVP, right?
he's probably thinking he should get some more calls.
That and you can only do so much when you're basically by yourself.
Yeah.
Jamal Murray's not there.
I feel for him for.
I don't
for
even
sure.
know if Jamal Murray was there that I would give the Nuggets a real legitimate shot to win this series anyways, but it'd probably go far. This is probably going to be...
They'd be a lot tougher team to defend. I mean, their guards that they have are good, but they're really bench players in reality.
This will probably go 5. I'll give the Nuggets 1.
Yeah, the Nuggets are going to get at least 1 at home.
With Murray, I'd probably give it 6, maybe 7.
I think 6 is still a fair bet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because, I forget about the elevation. The
It's
Warriors...
a game changer, for sure.
A little bit. It's going
Yeah.
to have to be. At least that first game, they'll be puffing.
Nuggets have a great home court advantage. And I like that. I hate that this is a topic, but teams tend to get more calls at home on average.
Have you talked to Brett and who he's rooting for in this series?
No, but I know he's rooting for the Warriors. Don't even go there, bro. There's not a chance.
He said he's a Rockies fan now.
No, he's not. That's not real. One game doesn't make you a Rockies fan.
Hey, he said it, not me.
Uh,
The next game for the Warriors is Thursday,
that is correct.
and then the next game after that, Sunday. Hate that.
I know.
It's so. I get it. You explained it well yesterday. It's all like the TV stuff.
Right, especially middle of the week because they probably figure they can't do more than 3 games in one night.
Yeah, it's just the NBA playoffs. This is just how
It's too great.
Every year I complain about it, but it'll never change. So I'll continue to.
But at the same time, do you really want the playoffs to end?
I
This
want
is the best time of basketball season.
I want the first round to end quicker.
That's fair.
After
But-
that, I'm way more interested after that.
Cool patience.
I'd be okay going back to how it was in the '90s, doing 5-game series.
Yeah, I wouldn't be against that, but I would hate to see the lesser team win because of that, because they only have to beat a team 3 times.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. And if you think about it, that's only adding 1 or 2 extra games.
Exactly. They never will go back to that.
Yeah.
I understand why.
Too much money.
Yes. The Mavericks and the Jazz are tied 1-1. This is looking like it's probably going to go 6 or 7.
Jazz are fucking frauds. Just throwing it out there right now. They're done.
Hey, I can't. Yeah.
You can't beat the Mavs without Luka. Like, he's literally their only threat.
And Luka is coming back.
And he's coming
And
back.
shout out to, what's his name, who scored 40?
I think it's Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson.
Dude, he's a good player.
That's a hell of a name, Jalen Brunson.
Brunson.
I like that.
Yeah.
I heard that on I heard that on TV. I was like, Jalen Brunson dropped. Right on, dude.
I don't know. What's going on over here?
Oh, is
But,
that right there? Like, go down.
the commercials. I just muted it. But yeah, it was Brunson. He had 41.
Shout out to the Mavericks.
Yep. They were they outscored the Jazz by 10 points in the fourth quarter to get that W. So they were not winning by any means most of the game.
I got nothing to say about the Jazz. I don't really care about the Jazz.
Yeah, they well, we'll talk about them right here.
Well, I'm not. You can.
Yeah, so time contender rankings update. I know we're already in the playoffs, but I think we're gonna keep rolling with this for a little while.
Have to.
Why
I like
not?
this.
Yeah, I think
Mine's different from last week.
I think you get a better idea of teams when it comes playoff time. So
Yes.
we'll spell it out right now.
I'll start it off.
Go
I'll
for
go 1 to 7 because I do have 7. still.
7. All right.
I got the Suns at 1, the Bucks at 2, I got the Sixers at 3,
Ooh.
Celtics 4. I got the Nets at 5, your Warriors at 6, and the Heat at 7. Every other team I didn't name, I do not think can win the championship at all.
I like your list. I like your list a lot. All right, so we have the same top 3. I went Suns, Bucks, Sixers. Might be a little bit of an overreaction, but I got the Warriors up at 4 now.
Okay, it's very homer of you.
I guess, but I mean, they look really good
They
right
look
now.
pretty good.
Okay, against a team that is shorthanded for sure, but they've been
you're right.
shorthanded all year.
Yeah,
So
you're right.
we know what they are. I have the Nets still at 5. Move the Heat up to 6. I think they look pretty good right now. Celtics I moved down to 7, but not because of anything or anything that dated. I think I like what I've seen out of other teams, and I moved the Grizzlies way down to number 8 from number 3. Maybe a little bit of overreaction again, but it's Overreaction Tuesday, so what are you gonna say? But I feel like the youth might catch up to them.
Yeah.
They might be a year away from really contending.
How many? You have 8.
Got 8, yeah,
Okay.
down from 10.
There we go.
I kicked the Nuggets and Jazz off. They're
Done.
sayonara.
See ya.
Not ready for prime time. Watch the Nuggets come back and win the next 4 games, and the Jazz.
And on to the miscellaneous topics, or miscellaneous sports topics.
Yeah, let her rip, dude.
The USFL
It's underway.
had their first week of games.
Did we talk about how this was coming up last
Yes,
week? We did.
we
Okay.
did.
Okay.
I don't know if anybody watched. I sure as hell didn't. Did
No.
you?
Nope. Not a single minute.
I don't know if you saw the stands, but there was nobody in the stands.
And did I hear right that they're playing all at one? They were playing all the games at one stadium or something
I
like that.
don't know the answer to that
Okay.
question.
Maybe it was.
I did see
false
Paxton Lynch is still continuing to throw picks to the defense.
Oh, he's playing.
Yeah.
That's funny.
He threw a really bad pass to the defense over the weekend. So the Birmingham Stallions beat the New Jersey Generals 28-24. The Houston Gamblers beat the Michigan Panthers 17-12. The New Orleans Breakers beat the Philadelphia Stars 23-17. And the Tampa Bay Bandits beat the Pittsburgh Maulers 17-3. Ouch. Pittsburgh stays losing.
So I was watching the Herd last Friday, and Colin wasn't on. It was Joy Taylor running the show,
Yes.
and she's from Pittsburgh, so she's all hyping up the Maulers. But of course, they get their asses whipped game 1.
And so I saw the scores. I'm like, okay, so what are the other team scores? But there's only
Only 8 teams.
8 teams. But you gotta start somewhere, okay?
Yeah.
You gotta start somewhere.
I think the XFL was only
It was
maybe 10, but I think it was only 8.
probably around the same thing,
Yeah.
yeah. So let's see if this one lasts. You know, the AAF didn't last. The XFL.
XFL had a chance, but COVID
I think
ruined.
it's coming back.
They're gonna try next
Didn't
year.
The Rock buy it,
Mhm.
or he co-owns it,
Yeah.
and they're trying to bring it back. Which, hey, The Rock, I feel like he knows what he's doing.
Right. And the XFL was gonna be fine. I really believe, but COVID just fucked everything for us. So.
You know what they say, third time's a charm.
Right. But yeah, another football league, spring football. Some of the scores are kind of funny because they do some different extra point rules.
Yeah, the
You
17.
can go for 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah, the 12 by the Michigan Panthers. I guess that could be 3
3 field goals,
three
but
field goals
yeah.
or 4 field goals.
Yes, you're right. Yeah, 4-point field goals.
You're the math whiz on this show too.
Yeah, so you can go for 1, 2, or 3 on extra points. I think, or maybe it's just 1 or 2, or no, I think it's 1, 2, or 3. So a 9-point game is still up for grabs. With 1 possession. There's also, they have like onside, like it's not an onside kick where it's like you go for like a certain distance and like down the distance, like you get 1 shot, and then if you get it, you keep the drive going. If not, you turn it over on downs. So it's like a 4th down situation.
Right. I did see on Twitter that they have the interesting helmet cameras.
Oh, they have cameras like everywhere.
Yeah.
They have like drones going too.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Guarantee the NFL bites some of this.
I gotta think so.
As well.
I think the one that the NFL has been so lame on is, and the XFL did this too. We've talked about it before. How like with the replay reviews, how they're just boom, 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 like they get it over with quickly. Like the NFL needs to adopt this. Like now,
If we could see it clear as day
right?
on.
They've got to be able to have somebody up in the booth who can do the same thing,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. If not, give me a job, NFL.
Yeah.
I can try to help you as good as I
Seriously.
can.
So yeah.
So, Jackie Robinson Day was that on Thursday?
April 15th.
April 15th.
So whatever that day was. I
Thursday.
think that sounds like Friday.
Friday, yes, right. And every team this year for the first time wore the 42 and Dodger blue on the back.
Right.
And I saw Jock Peterson at the bat. And he has the blue on the back.
Mhm.
But the cleats he was wearing were also Dodger blue.
Uh,
And for me, it was just a little,
Jock.
for me, it was a little triggering. And I think other players also did this.
Yeah.
And love Jackie Robinson Day. I think it's great. I think they'll do it every year forever, which they should do. And it's he has done great things
Right.
for Major League Baseball. But it was just a little cringy to see not the 42 on the back, but the Dodger blue
Yeah,
cleats.
the shoes.
It feels a little too personal for me.
It's like he brought those out from like 2016.
Those might be his old Dodger cleats. I'm just saying. It would. I mean,
Yeah.
it would make sense.
It doesn't bother me that much because he's doing it for a good tradition.
It's just like, ooh,
Yeah. And I do think that it's cool that they did blue on the 42 for everyone, so that it kind of stands out a little more.
And as a fan, I've heard you say in the past that you would rock a Giants Jackie Robinson jersey, like a 42 on the back.
Yeah, why not?
I would even buy the ones that have the Dodger blue on the back too. I'd wear that one.
I don't know if I'd buy it, but if someone gave it to me, I'd definitely rock it.
I mean, someone would be like, oh, Dodger blue, but it's like Jackie Robinson, bro. Come on.
Mhm.
You're really gonna make fun of me for wearing Jackie Robinson?
Right.
So I'd rock a 42 jersey. Maybe more in the Giants lettering, but I'd do either or.
I think it would be cool to have one of the older ones where it would be an orange and black 42.
Yes. Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers are going to play Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen in the match. It's something the TNT does.
Yeah.
It's going to be on June 1st in Las Vegas. Ooh, could you? Oh, man. Tom Brady's going to be eating avocado ice cream, but, Aaron Rodgers is going to be getting lit. You already know. Josh Allen, to me, is kind of a square.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he really parties. Patrick Mahomes...
Also kind of square.
Yeah, and his wife's a maniac, so I don't really know. But she looks like she parties. With eyes like that,
Oh
you
yeah,
gotta party.
she's crazy.
Who do you got in this? Who
Okay.
are you picking right now?
I'm taking Rodgers and Brady.
Ooh, you would.
But here's the thing: is
I
like
also love the old heads versus the young bucks.
right.
Yeah.
Like, is this actually gonna be worth watching? Is where I'm at on this. Like, are these guys good enough at golf for this to be worth watching? I'm sure the entertainment value is not going to come from the golf itself, but I'm just like...
And I have to imagine they're going to have you talk to
Right.
the guys, and it's going to be more of an entertainment thing.
Right.
And I don't think...
I'm guessing Phil Mickelson's not going to be involved in it anyway.
I'm not sure.
Unless he's in the booth. But he's like on hiatus right now.
You bring up a good point. I don't think it's going to be that great of golf.
Right.
But these guys are all competitive. We know how Tom Brady is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're going to play to win.
I
But they're
gotta-
going to... Yeah.
And I got to imagine the other three are just as competitive.
Yeah.
Right?
And I got to think that if Mahomes and Allen signed up to do this, they got to be at least okay at golf. They're not going to go out there embarrassing themselves, right?
Exactly. 'Cause remember the first time Tom Brady did this, and he was getting embarrassed.
Yeah, and then he
And
hit
he
fucking
sunk-
home out from like
yeah.
150.
Yeah,
That was sick.
I'm gonna go with the Young Bucks in this one. I'm going Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen, June 1st in Vegas. Are we going?
Let's do a shot on it.
Shot on it?
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
Too bad is we're gonna forget about it.
No, we
it's
won't.
like it's a month and a half away.
No, we won't, because Sports Center and Bleacher Report can be
Right.
like,
You're right.
"Oh, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes won." Are we going?
No, we're not going.
Okay.
But we'll keep tabs.
Oh, are we?
Speaking of golf, real quick, I know we don't talk about it that much, but we totally forgot to mention the Masters last week. Because we
Also-
talked about it beforehand, but
Tiger Woods did not win like we thought.
yep. So we're safe from our shots.
Thank God. When I saw that, I'm like, thank God.
He had actually a good first day. He
He
was
did.
in the hunt.
Yeah.
I think he was definitely top 10, and then he fell apart as the tournament went on. But Scotty Scheffler got the green jacket. Scott Scheffler's on fire this year, by the way.
Is it?
He rose to number 1 in the world like a few weeks before the Masters, and then won the Masters for his first major tournament. I think he won his first PGA event this year as well. So
Green jacket. Couldn't even imagine. I just want to throw one on.
right.
I just want to feel. It. You know, I can't play a golf to save my life, but I just want to throw that fucking green jacket on.
Yeah. You know what's funny that they like start tailoring jackets out for guys like as the just
sure.
late in the round
Yeah, makes sense.
or late in the tournament. But don't you feel like that would be like a little psych out?
Yeah.
Right.
You're like, damn, I'm actually in the running for this.
Right.
I can actually wear this at the end.
Exactly.
I want to say all the green jackets stay at the Masters. Like, you can't take it home.
Correct. That's correct.
That's fucking lame.
I think it's kind of cool.
No.
It's almost like the Stanley Cup.
Dude, I want to be, post-win at my house, butt naked, wearing my green jacket. Honestly, I do. Come on. I want to be drinking a cold one in my backyard, no chones, just the green jacket on.
It's also funny, like once you win one, like if you win another one, they give you the same, they throw the same jacket.
That's also lame. I want to be like the Super Bowl trophy. I want to have like Tiger Woods.
I'm sure they give you something. They have to give you something.
No, I want 4. Like if I'm Tiger,
Just for the same green jacket in the closet.
it's not the same.
Well,
It's a different jacket.
you want to embroider with a different fucking year on it?
Or you could be like how they used to do it for the All-Star games in the NBA. Have like all your accolades. You have like 4 of the Masters logos.
That's funny.
But no, for real, I'd want to have 4 jackets.
That's fair. That's fair.
You wouldn't?
I'd take one as long as they should have some kind of a trophy. I don't know what they do, but they should have some kind of a
Or
trophy.
kind of just get like a huge 4-time champ on the back.
Yeah, that would be tight.
So. Yeah.
Or it says like championships, and then like all the years that it happened
Yes.
going down the back.
Or you like open it up like this and it has.
That would be cool. I
Okay.
like that.
Each year like in gold or something,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
Now we're on.
Masters, we figured it out. Call us.
Yep.
We have ideas.
Yeah.
We have ideas. That's all we have on this podcast is ideas.
We're fucking geniuses.
We're good.
We're good. Just super humble.
Oh man! One last thing I wanted to mention. Emerson's boy Macklemore.
What? I almost threw up.
I couldn't see.
I knew you were cracking as soon as you said it.
Okay.
Rewind.
Like I said, Emerson's boy Macklemore and Marshawn Lynch become minority owners of the Seattle Kraken, who we have seen live.
We have seen them live.
I've also seen Macklemore live.
I haven't.
Hey, and Marshawn Lynch. I saw him play at Cal.
There you go. Look at that.
Wow. That is not a trio I thought I was going to mention today.
You got to get some steak in the Kraken.
Dude. More ideas, huh? Okay, Kraken, call me.
You're a clown.
Hey, take the Kings to Seattle, too.
You gonna move there?
I'd root for the Sonics.
You're a big Nirvana guy too.
Yeah.
Dude.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, come on. Alice in Chains?
Who else is from there? Like Pearl Jam?
Soundgarden, Pearl Jam, all that general area.
Yeah. Sad boy music?
Yeah, a little bit. Temple of the Dog.
Good stuff.
That was good.
You good? Did you collect it yourself?
That was fun.
Little cackle.
I really wish I could have said that without laughing. I really do.
I don't know. I think it was better. All right, so we haven't really done a true NASCAR update this year, so we're gonna do that real quick.
Yeah, because I think us not talking about it, my teams ain't do, my players ain't, my car died.
You drivers,
yeah.
you're la da da da.
Can't even talk. I'm still on the Macklemore thing.
Yeah. So
My drivers have not been great, is what I'm trying to get at.
You're fine.
I apologize.
Excuse me. But anyways, we've had 9 races so far. Just raced at Bristol on the dirt this past week,
Yes.
which is always fun, I guess you could say. It's still unique. It's only the second time they've done it. We have 8 different race winners so far in 9 races, which is cool.
That's cool.
Nice balance in the season so far.
Because didn't you have a prediction last year that
Yeah, no, I should have done it this year.
you should have done this year? What was it that no driver would win more than 4 races?
More than 5.
4 than 5.
Yeah. And yeah, Larson just won like what 10.
I like that.
You did.
Kyle Larson,
You
baby.
did. He does have one already this year. House standings update. Garrett is off to a hot start, which I thought his team was going to be pretty solid. He's got Chase Elliott and William Byron, and Byron's got 2 W's already this season. He's got 23 points. Ashley and Dylan both have 14. Me and Danny sitting at 13. You got 12, so the middle of the pack.
Yes.
Nice and tight.
Chris
Yeah.
Bill and Kyle Larson both were in the top 10.
Yep, yeah, both scored points for you. I think Larson also won a stage for you this week.
Well, yeah, I know he came in the top 5 too,
Yep.
which is nice.
And then Alex is in last with 9.
She wasn't very good last year, wasn't she?
Yeah, she's having a tough go. Brad Keselowski's been terrible for her.
Glad I did not
He's-
keep his ass.
Yeah. She's like, ironically, she's the only one who doesn't have any negative points from DNFs, but she's still in last. So, poor thing.
For Garrett, it's got to feel good that your quote unquote second driver is playing or racing well for you.
Right.
I always want to say playing, but now it's not
Yeah.
the proper term. Racing well for him. Because that's how I thought about Kyle Larson last year. I was like, oh,
Because he was, yeah.
because Brad was my number 1 for like 2 year or a year prior,
Hmm.
and Kyle Larson won, like you said, like 10 races.
Yeah, he went off.
And I'm like, this guy might be number 1.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been okay so far. It's been a little bit all over the place. Got 3 DNFs in it, but he's got to win a few top 5s.
So how many races left?
We got 27 races left. So
That means-
long way to go.
That means 27 wins for Kyle Larson.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Honestly, I don't know where they're racing next week, but I guess I
Wow.
could find that out.
Wow, good job.
Right, just really screwing the pooch. Let's see where they're going next week. Oh,
We're
Talladega!
going to Dega?
Hell yeah!
Oh,
April 24th, Sunday,
Ooh, I will be.
12 o'clock. You want to come over?
I'm going to a wedding.
Oh, that's
Actually,
right.
no, I'm not going to the wedding until like later on in the day, so I could do that.
Starts at noon.
We'll talk.
Yeah, what time is the wedding?
The invitation
They go
said
at 3.
the invitation said 5. So does that mean,
Oh,
does
that's not
does that mean the ceremony starts at 5?
No, I think that means you should get there at 5, unless it says to get there any other time.
It says 5, but I'll text Hannah and
Yeah,
ask.
I think you
I'll-
probably
I'll-
should get there at 5.
I'll go straight to the source.
Yeah.
But you're saying
If it says 5, get there at 5. Or maybe even a smidge early.
because Devin made a good point because it's at Buena Vista Winery.
Mm-hmm.
They probably want a full day of business, and then
Right, and before they, before shit
which
goes.
makes total sense.
Yeah.
I was expecting the wedding to be at like 3.
I mean, I'm sure the venue is not on like like near the tasting room necessarily.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyhow,
But, yeah, we'll talk.
Yeah.
I haven't really watched a full race.
yeah, I was watching a little bit of the last race was actually pretty crazy finish. On the last lap, Chase Briscoe was trying to chase down Tyler Reddick for the win, and he got underneath him, and they both like kind of spun out, and Kyle Busch was in 3rd place and swooped in for the win.
I know that feeling.
But yeah, Gage, what time is it?
Oh, it's already that time, baby.
Oh boy, we're speeding through this puppy. Hit it so hard it didn't ring.
Oh, I held it. I was like this.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah. There we go. Also, yeah, shout out to the bobblehead.
It's not good. It's a baseball
Oh,
snow
no.
globe.
I'm off today.
Bobblehead.
I'm off today. I'm used to the bobbleheads being in
Right.
front. Give me a break.
Smoking dope or what, dude?
No, it's tomorrow.
Yeah, 420. Hey, cheers to that.
JK. No
Burn
smoke,
it.
kids.
Burn
no
it.
smoke.
Ah, yes.
Do you have anything? Because I have one thing, and I want it to be the last thing we talk about.
No,
Nothing.
I don't think so.
Okay, so for some reason over the weekend, I looked up Steve Young, quarterback for the Niners, NFL legend, Hall of Famer. You know, everything. No.
Not quite.
Not good. So Steve Young went to BYU.
Mhm.
And do you know what BYU stands for?
Brigham Young University.
Do you know Steve Young is related to the Brigham Young?
I did.
You knew that?
Yeah.
Dude,
That's like the only reason he went there, I think.
that is his great Brigham Young's great grandson is Steve Young.
Yeah.
No,
I'm also a Niner fan. You're not, so.
I feel like this is common knowledge.
I don't know if it's common knowledge, but I knew that.
I knew he was Mormon, Steve Young. That's
So wait, so you said he's great? Not.
I think it's a his great grandfather
Is
is
Brigham Young.
Brigham Young.
Gotcha.
Or maybe
I
it's,
didn't know how far down
or
the
maybe
chain
it's
he was.
great. It's
Yeah.
a couple greats up there.
Yeah.
This blew me away. I don't even know how I didn't know about this at all.
That's why he was so good at football.
I'm not even
Has nothing to do with it.
I'm not even trying to make jokes right now. I had no idea. Like he had to been the man on campus, right?
I would think so.
Like I'm related to the guy who this motherfucker's named after.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I think I made a bigger deal out of it last week when I found out.
That's funny.
No idea. I
Yeah.
mean, but then now I think about it, I'm like, wait. I mean, his last name's Young, Brigham Young.
I mean, Young's a very
Right.
common last
That's
name.
kind of, I guess that's what I thought too.
Right.
I'm sure maybe that helped him get into BYU.
I'm sure it didn't hurt. I don't know what kind of a student he was, but
I just blown away.
Yeah.
Completely blown away. That's one of those stats I had no idea. Now I know.
now you know. If you don't know, now you know.
Don't know. Now you know. Shout out to the
B.
notorious B.I.G.
Yes, I like that name better.
No idea. That was.
They're pretty funny.
I don't even know how I didn't know that. And I knew Steve.
I guess if you didn't care.
And I knew Steve Young went to BYU.
Yeah.
I knew that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Also, the BYU jerseys back in the day
Were
were
they
pretty hard.
Pretty clean.
You should get
Were
one.
they that much different than today's uniforms?
The one I saw, I mean, no, it's pretty much white and blue,
Yeah.
but they have this nice, thick, 90s stripes on them.
Okay,
You
yeah.
know, pretty clean.
Nice.
Am I an idiot for not knowing that?
I don't think so. I don't think it's.
I
I
hope-
don't think of it as common knowledge, but I did know that.
I hope other people listening
Didn't know that.
figure this out with me. They're like, wow, that's kind of cool. I mean, it's kind of cool to.
That is cool going to your great grandfather's university.
Yeah, it's. I don't know. I thought it was really cool too. I'm like, that's fucking sweet.
I hope my great grandson
Yeah.
goes to my university.
I mean, not only did, he go to the college his grandfather was named after, or great or whatever, but he was a starting quarterback and played for
Right.
the team.
That is pretty cool.
I mean, no one just gave him that. Like, he had to be good enough, which Steve Young obviously is
Yeah.
and was.
Another USFL product, by the way.
Yes, he did go to USFL. Good call. So did Herschel Walker. I believe.
Herschel Walker, yeah. But Herschel Walker was good enough to come out of college and get to play in the NFL.
Yeah, so
He chose it.
Steve Young probably went to the USFL and then played in Tampa,
Became a prospect essentially through the
and
USFL.
then obviously did what Joe Montana couldn't do. JK.
What, you mean win the 5th Super Bowl for the Niners?
I think Steve Young is technically a 3-time champion.
And he was on a couple of those teams as a backup.
I don't count though.
Yeah, you got to be the starter to really be honored as a champ.
Like Carson Wentz. Do you count him? He's not like.
God, it's so tough.
We,
I don't
We
really
talked
think
about
so.
this, didn't we, a couple weeks ago?
Yeah,
I hate rehashing, but
Yeah, I don't think
we're
so.
rehashing right now.
Yeah.
Is he a champion? Yes,
Yeah.
but he was not the starting quarterback of that game.
Nah, it's really tough because he was a huge piece of that team all
He
year.
would have been MVP.
He was in line to get it when he got hurt.
Tough one.
Yeah.
It's like Jimmy G, your boy, 2-time champion. Am I wrong?
Is it 2 or 1?
I think he won. It was
Does
2.
he have 2?
2, yeah.
Yeah. But is he really 2-time champion? No.
He could have been 3, but overthrow to Emmanuel Sanders.
I feel like if you don't play any downs in the playoffs, I don't know. Can you really
Because
call
Carson
that?
Wentz did not
No.
play any downs.
Right.
So it's a tough one. Fans, let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Is Carson?
Wentz?
Do you count Carson Wentz's Super Bowl championship?
Yeah. As his.
As his.
As like
Does
one that's on his resume.
Doesn't help also that Nick Foles was the Super Bowl MVP
I know.
of that game.
And just balled out in the whole
Balled
playoffs.
out. And not only that, beat Tom Brady.
Right.
No, that's not Carson Wentz's. Nick Foles earned that.
That's Nick Foles' champion.
That's Nick Foles' championship.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Now that I really break it down, it's Nick Foles'.
Mhm. Well, that was a good conversation.
Yeah, look at us. 45-minute episode, or 46.
Yeah. What'd it do?
That's cool.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching, listening. Go subscribe on
Click
YouTube.
subscribe.
Hit the like button. Follow us on whatever.
We got shirts.
We got shirts if you want to buy some. We got a
We
few
also
extras.
got a few extra white ones too, right?
Yeah, we do have a few extra white ones.
You know where to find us.
Yeah.
You know where to find us.
We'll see you next week. Peace.